Welcome back to Sockscraft on the Socks Way Up Plays Minecraft channel. Today we're going to talk about maps, everything that has to do with maps and our little world with maps. So recently we had another friend join the server, Frog, and he didn't know where to build, so I went ahead and made a big map of our area and kind of showed him where everyone was at. You can see that's my area right there. Yep, we're pretty familiar with that. Right there we got Ycoop's big squared building. We got the little shopping district over here. Take a little peek-see at that. Put it back up there. We got Adam's area as well up there, our beard offs. But I figured this would help, and then we got Andy over here and Josh way up at the top. And then Frog settled down here in the southwest side of our map area of our world. You know, we're limiting where we're gonna build because we were gonna upgrade to 118 when it comes out, so. But now we want to put that somewhere long term. Let's head on over. Right here is an area where we're going to build a collection sorting center for our industrial area. Well, what does that have to do with maps? We'll get to that later in the episode. So we're going to move on right now. We're trying to pick out a place, you know, probably in front of the iron farm is going to be the best location to put this sorting system. That way we can have all the other farms feed into it long term. That's the plan. We'll go ahead and move forward with that right now. As you can see, I've kind of outlined a little area for this structure. We're going to start by putting down some of these chests. Let's make sure we want to go right here. So that's one. We got two there, 3, 4, 5. Come on, Socks. Every episode, misplaced blocks. Wouldn't be a Socks Way Up episode without that. All right, I lost count. Let's go back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that'll be good for that side. Let's come on over here, and I put those in the wrong spot already. Oh my goodness. There we go. As I was saying, we're gonna have two sides to this, and I need more chests. Let's go get those. Like that. So this should be enough for this area, I'm hoping. I mean, we can always stack it higher if we want to, but that's gonna be a good start. The next thing's up, well, we can get rid of that AFK spot. We can get rid of the ugliness, and all those areas are going to feed into this storage system. So we'll have all 16 options, at least at minimum, that can come in here, probably all underground with little water tunnels. And let's get the redstone going here next. First, I wanted to kind of give an update on this area here. Look at this diorite throne. Well, there's not too much, there's some diorite, not too much diorite, but we came over here for a purpose. Ycoops was looking for quartz. So instead of just giving him some quartz, we're gonna give him some diorite as well, kind of a offering to the diorite throne. The quartz are needed for some observers that were part of a bamboo farm that is going to feed our super smelter so that we don't have to add fuel to it. The idea is that it'll auto fuel itself, but figured we put that there, add a little sign to it for him, and like so. Here is an offering to the Diorite King. I think he'll enjoy that. I think he'll like it. He needs it. That'll speed up. It's a super smelter that we all use, so I think that'll help. Let's take a little good gander at this area while we're up here. I haven't really spent a lot of time. We kind of just glance at it. I don't know what else he has planned. Let's go on downstairs and actually give it a good look over. Oh, let's go in here. When I first saw these trees being plopped down in this area, I really thought he was just farming them. Did not know he was turning it into a part of his build. I like the way it feels alive in here. The lava blocks there, or magna blocks, and then some of the flowers. It's pretty nice. Enchanting area, pretty cool. More downstairs. It's tall. It's very tall. It's kind of overwhelming when you're looking up at it from the bottom. Let's go back up here, take a good look at the throne and go around it. We got all the colors of the rainbow, which seems to be a Ycoop's staple besides diorite. I guess maybe he likes the way they all go together. I don't know. It's always confused me on why he uses diorite, but we can move on with that topic here. But the thing that's always funny is he's got this nice throne up here, and he can stare down at the peasants below right here. Very cool, good work. We got a new building over here, it looks like, as well. Ooh, let's see. Looks like it might not be finished yet. I'm guessing Andy did this because I noticed the tough, is that how you say it, on the ground. I know he's been wanting to use that. We'll come back to that when it's more finished and give it a good look. All right, hopper. Hopper, 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 hopper. All right. Lots more to do here. Got the redstone done. The sorting system is in place. It should be pretty easy to use. We just have to, you know, figure out what we want in each section. Next is going to be getting the items from each farm into the sorter. I didn't really show how to build this redstone. There's so many videos out there on how to do it. I figured might as well not make another one, but thought I would do this to show our update. So next is to find the area where we want the items to come into the sorting building, sorting center. And I think somewhere around here, we'll build a bubble elevator that then comes into here and feeds this hopper first, and then works its way around to the other side. So we'll have to be creative to make sure we only have to have one input for all of these. One thing I haven't thought about was, what about manual input? We'll figure that out later, but we're gonna come on over here. This is gonna go away. It's been an eyesore since we first started it. That's the route it's gonna take to a bubble elevator about right here, then move on over to these hoppers, land in the one that will be for the cactus, and then so on. So we'll get that going and give you a little bit of an update in a bit. All right, so bubble elevator's in place, and you can see it comes in here, goes into the first one. You can see the items come up here, slide on over into the first hopper, and then work all their way around. And we're gonna have to turn that last one into a default or a garbage collector, but then we're gonna have to bring the iron over into that and the cactus over as well. But first we sleep. New day on Minecraft, and we got items in here already. Items in here already. You can see we got our string, our poppies, our iron, and our cactus sorted, and it all comes in from one place. We're able to cover this up, and now we can do whatever we want over there with design. And over here, we're going to cover up all this ground finally and kind of hide this little, what is that called? Pipe. Hide that pipe that goes over here. And we're gonna build a building around it. You can see the iron coming in. Let's go over here. Let's make sure. Let's make sure. Got a guy dying, I think. Yep. All right, he's gonna die. You're gonna be able to see the items. Yep, there they go. They come out the dispenser, or dropper, I believe we used, and they slowly make their way over to the sorting section. Slowly make their way over. There they go. Oh, that's a cactus. Here comes some iron. You're gonna slide across the ice into the hopper and sort it away. Perfect. Now we can just add as many AFK farms as we want and have them all go to the same spot. Perfection. I like it. I think it turned out great. Next up is the building that we're going to build. So we started building these towers. They're not towers. Words are hard. Pillars. And you can kind of see the design coming together. We're going to have this as kind of an opened warehouse type look here. We're using the dark oak and also some of the deep slate to design it. So we're gonna keep going here and build up a little bit more of these so you can see some of the building in progress. I, do a lot of updates in these videos. I thought might as well build. So let's head on up the scaffolding and start building this away. Let's go over here, place that down. More incorrectly placed blocks. Come around this way, add a few more of the dark oak, strip those. All right, we got to replace this real quick. Let's see. There. So touch that. Place the wood. Perfect. Update time. Let's fly around. Don't look. Don't look. All right, so that's a copper roof. That's the first time we've used copper in this season, and I want it all to be blue. I want it to oxidize. It's going to take forever, so I decided, can we get over this wall? Let's run, jump, 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 jump. Okay, I think that did it. But yeah, so we wanted to get all this oxidized, so I decided to do that first. Little did I know, it's going to take forever. It might be the end of the season before it actually turns the color we want it to be. Little things about Minecraft that I'm learning about 1.17, but we're using copper for the first time. And it's reveal time. There it is. Oh, there it is. It's looking great. I really love the details that we did with the lanterns, and kind of the windows are higher. They're not at eye level. It's just a little different for me. I dig it. So we talked about maps early. This is the room that's going to be the map room. It's going to be the final solution for kind of a story in my head that I'm kind of telling. And we're going up the scaffolding to kind of show you where we're at. We are underneath the sorting system. You can see how we kind of decorated it in the inside. Yep, those still aren't oxidized. But let's go back down there so we can kind of talk a little bit about it. And the idea that I have in my head is that there's this industry boss or leader or, you know, owner of this area, and he needs a map so that he knows where to deliver the goods and what kind of items to focus on for the shops. So making some progress into that. We got some pillars with some lights, and we're using some of the resources that you can get into the nether. I had fun getting those resources. I do not like the nether, but this is a little progress I wanted to show before we move on to the next part. We still got the ground to figure out, the ceiling to figure out, as well as the walls. What are we going to do with the walls? Where are we going to put the maps? Let's get to that right now. After many trips back and forth and figuring out where things go, because I didn't keep track of which map was which, we got it in place. You can see the scale of the thing that we're going with long term. We got 2 extra rows on each side. I think it's going to look great. We're using the item frames, the glowing item frames. I don't remember the actual name of them, but it adds a little bit more light, and we'll see that in RTX later on. But it's going to be cool. There's a lot of work ahead of me to get this done, though. There's a view of it in RTX. I love the way it glows. We can't wait to see this thing completely finished and all done and updated as we go. Here it is. Lots of flying, lots of map making. It fits the wall great. I think like being up here with the, and yes, there's our portal. There's the wall finished. I love the way that turned out. We still got to finish. Still got to figure out the floors, but I love the way it's turning out. It's looking great. We did a little bit of a gradient type thing with the black stone, deep slate, and regular stone brick. But yeah, that's the way it turned out. And there's our map. And next we're going to do a little bit of work on figuring out, can we get these to update without taking them down? But before we get to that part, I finished the whole thing. I finished the floors, I finished the ceiling. I had a little chandelier I'm not too thrilled about. It'll work. But yeah, we have a lot of nether inspired in here and another portal. We got to get that linked up back to the house so we can quickly get back and forth from the industry area to the house. But the next thing we're going to focus on, as I kind of mentioned before, is there's these main areas of the map that I want to update as the other guys get their builds going and growing and their areas changing. I want to be able to see that in here, so we're going to work on that right now. So we got a map in hand. I've never done this before. I made a clone of the map. We're going to fly on over to Beardoff's area, and we're going to see if this map updates, if it'll update the one on the wall as well. Doing some talking with the guys. Apparently it does. So we're going to do a couple tests here to make sure it works, and then hopefully that'll be easy. All right, so it's updated. And I will put it here. And I forgot an item frame. I forgot an item frame. Okay, so as we came back here to get some materials, you can see it did update on the wall, which is a big positive for us. So we don't have to take these maps across the entire world all the time to get them to update. You can just use the clone. And we're going to place it right here. Perfect. Yep. I'll add another one right here once I get my items sorted. There we go. Yep, that's the right map right there. And then this one here. All right. And then this one here. And then where should we put this? Let's hide this one a little bit. Right there should be fine. Yep, that'll work. Right there. And then this one. And another one. And another one. Yep. And then there was another one. Right about here. Okay. Oh, then one right there. Okay, we're almost done. One right here. Yep. Okay. Right there. And last but not least, the newest area right there. All right. Well, this has been a very, very fun episode to make. I wanted to show the bubble elevator. I'm not a big fan of it. This is how we're going to get in and out, though. I did not plan for extra space for the bubble elevator and our little water spot to fall down. Turned out pretty good. We also got the nether portal linked up to the nether. It's in the nether. Anyways, we have it linked up at the same level as our main portal by our main base. So now we can run back over there. We can go real quick, or we can fly. Either way, I do want to do some nice tunnels in this area eventually. We will get to that later on. But those guys followed me in here. Of course they did. Those little jerks. I hate them. I hate them. All right, let's go home. Let's get back in our house. We got to fix some things up. We are back in the base. We fixed some things up. We got the ceiling fixed. We got the wall fixed. No longer an ugly map there. But, what the heck? I'm stuck. Who did that? Gonna give kind of a preview of what we've been working on. I've been moving, haven't been spending much time making videos, but you can see all of this is planned out. Let's switch to some rockets and fly on up in the air and give kind of an idea of what's coming next in the next episode. We're mapping out the next phases of the base. Eventually, we're gonna have a ton of houses in here. I'm starting to lay them out. I might play around with the format or the layout a little bit. Over here, we also have we're gonna have a nice tower, like a lighthouse, a little building, a little shopping building, and some other things coming soon. But hopefully you enjoyed this. Thanks for hanging out on the new channel. Hopefully you're able to find it. But if you've made it this far, 17 minutes into the video, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe button, and I will learn how to fly facing the camera one of these days. Don't die. Don't. Okay. Have a good one.